So yes, of course, it's a bump in the road.
But we have seen so many crises. This automotive industry is all about crisis.
Well, it's clear that the decision to ban pure ICEs is a purely dogmatic decision. Right now, the middle classes will have a hard time to access to the pure EVs.
Jeep CEO Carlos Tavares dropped a warning to all electric vehicle makers, predicting bankruptcy by 2030. It turns out that the EV industry is facing a storm of challenges, including over $4 billion in losses, thousands of unsold EVs, and a dwindling interest in high-priced electric cars. Tavares doesn't mince words, claiming that the fervent push for EVs, coupled with inflated prices, is driving consumers away. He unveils hidden scams in the industry, challenging the prevailing narrative of a thriving EV market. In today's world, the shift to electrification isn't just a technological move, it's also a survival game. Carlos Tavares dubs this era Darwinian, where only the fittest will thrive. He challenges the prevailing narrative that most automakers are merely producing electric vehicles under political pressure, and questions the practicality of many EVs on the market today, especially with an average price close to $70,000 and inadequate charging infrastructure. Tavares points out a harsh reality: making EVs isn't cheap. Many automakers are spending money on electric vehicles, with the production cost still higher than internal combustion engine vehicles. While Jeep aims for a cost parity between EVs and ICE vehicles by 2026, the road to financial stability is precarious. Ford is repeatedly losing $36,000 on each vehicle sold, and production halts like the F-150 Lightning are becoming more common. Even major players like GM have abandoned multi-billion-dollar deals due to the perceived lack of profitability in EVs. The high stakes in this narrative extend beyond the automotive industry, delving into the world of politics. On one side, the Biden administration aggressively pushes for a future dominated by EVs, aiming for 60% of all vehicles sold in the US to be battery-powered by 2030. However, Germany is taking a more cautious approach, pumping the brakes on the ban while recognizing potential pitfalls. With EVs already costing 40% more than traditional cars, Tavares raises a red flag, urging a reconsideration of the current electric vehicle narrative. Tavares has proposed an alternative game plan, suggesting automakers introduce EVs with a modest 30 to 60 miles of range, covering most daily driving needs. Beyond this, he advocates for hybrid systems over heavy EV batteries. Turning the spotlight on Jeep, despite notable successes like the European Market Avenger and the Wrangler 4xe, the brand has faced a challenging period in 2022, and a further 12% decline in sales during the first half of 2023. Jeep's struggle isn't just internal. It faces fierce competition from Ford's Bronco, eroding Wrangler's market share. Tavares estimates that automakers losing money on EVs might have a narrow window of 2 to 3 years before the potential collapse, with a slightly longer runway of 5 to 6 years if EV adoption faces more hurdles. Affordability becomes a critical aspect, with Tavares emphasizing the need to profit on a $25,000 EV to attract middle-class buyers. Jeep actively works on cost reduction, entering a joint venture with Chinese EV maker Leap Motor Technologies to lower supply costs. While gearing up for increased EV production, Jeep remains cautious to avoid overcapacity, a delicate balancing act in this transitional period. Despite acknowledging challenges in various operational areas, Tavares remains resolute about Stellantis' Forward 2030 strategy, targeting $323 billion in annual revenue by 2030, with 50% of US sales and 100% in Europe expected to be all-electric. Jeep's recent contract with the United Auto Workers reflects the human aspect of this transition, offering voluntary severance incentives and buyout packages. Tavares' warning is like a loud alarm for the entire car industry. The race to switch to electric cars is not just about who can make the fanciest EV, it's about making them profitable and eco-friendly. The electric car market is on the edge of a big change. So what are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye.